What is up, friends? It's so good to hear from you. It's so good to see you. You're looking lovely today. I can just tell. I like what you're wearing. Keep on wearing it. So, today, we are going to be jumping right back into Resident Evil and getting our platinum in today's episode. That being said, there might be some fun stuff for us to do afterwards, but for today, we will be going into the final major mode that you need to do in this game, which is Invisible Enemy mode. Now, I'm here for a good time, not the constant stress of trying to deal with enemies always trying to destroy me. So, while it might be somewhat cheap, we are going to be going through Invisible Enemy mode on normal. July 1998.
Forest zone situated in northwest Raccoon City.
Sorry guys, we're skipping this. If y'all want to see this, go watch another another of my playthroughs or somebody else's, Pretty much every good Resident Evil YouTuber has done this prior. But this is going to be very, very similar to previous speed runs where I'm just trying to get through this as fast as possible. I will, however, be doing some of the fun stuff, I suppose you could say, within the game. And I'm not going to be quite as tight as I usually would be on a speed run. It's going to be kind of a casual playthrough. There we go. Yeah, nice. I was hoping we get a different color for this. Now, you might notice that there is a Chris playthrough in between the Survivor Jill playthrough that we did, and in between this current playthrough that we're doing, which is Invisible Enemy mode. What this is a normal mode playthrough that I just ran through with unlimited ammo super quickly to get to the end and saved right prior to the Tyrant fight. The reason I did this is because apparently if you beat the game on normal with both Chris and Jill, you'll unlock a final super secret mode which eliminates all enemies, but introduces us to something very interesting that I'll show you guys later. But I think that'll be a bonus episode. I don't know if it's going to be a full playthrough. I'm not going to lie, this is now my 9th run through this game. I'm getting pretty weary of the game. Oh, dude, that was crazy. Did you see the invisible enemy there? I'm curious if they'll show the enemy in the cutscene here.
Barry!
What is it?
Look out! It's a monster!
Yeah, it does. It definitely does. And it even shows it once they're dead. That's interesting. So this seems to be more than anything a memory of whether or not you can keep things in your head. How well do you know the enemy layout? As always, we're going to run over here. Sick. Thank you, Barry. Let's go do some exploring, ladies and gents. Some exploring with the invisible enemies. So, of course, we're going to head through the Kenneth room, head right on over to get the golden arrow. Now, if I'm not mistaken, there's very few enemies to actually be worried about on the way there until the fat man reveals himself in the mirror hallway. Honestly, though, the man in the hallway, I always get grabbed by him once or twice anyways. I'm not too terribly worried. Oh, we are indeed going to need to grab handgun ammo and stuff to that effect. Because this game does not give us the unlimited ammo weapons that we earned. Speaking of which, I don't know about the decision to not let you use your grenade ammo in this one at the very least. I totally understand not letting you do it on real survivor mode, so that the player at least has to play through hard mode once legitimately. Loved that. Had no issues. This feels more like a gimmick, where having extra ammo, I don't see as much of an issue. Okay, let's get one full heal going. Good, we got one full heal. Oh, that was interesting. Whoa, whoa, okay, off. Interesting. Okay, so you can see them for a brief moment, and you can see them in mirrors. That's so weird. I wonder what the point of this room is. Like, in the Spencer Mansion, was this just like a display room? Is this just supposed to be like a spruced up... there is a zombie in this area, by the way. However, he's not able to grab you. Don't worry about him. This will bring us back out here. We can grab ourselves a dagger here. I can't help but feel like the defensive items are going to be so helpful in this game. So we're on very easy, which means there's no zombies out in the graveyard. There we go. After this, we can start making our way back to the first save box. Let's flex our memory of this area. I'm wondering if it would be worth it to grab those shotgun shells right now. I do think the next place we'll be going is our save point. So that wouldn't be terrible. Book of Curses we shall take indeed. Although, at the very least, this will allow us to get the Magnum and a couple of other guns that will be fun in this game. Because I've only ever actually benefited from the Magnum in this game on one playthrough. Which was my real Survivor playthrough. Should I... Yeah, I think we can probably swing carrying them around. At least for right now. Okay, so what's the best first area? We're gonna have to go to both sides. So do I go east to the Spencer room or west to the Herbicide? I think we're gonna go east. Yeah. Yeah, let's go through the art room here. We can head to this side over here. Luckily, the zombie dogs aren't going to show up here. Because I do not want to deal with invisible zombie dogs. Not even a little bit. Although maybe I should indeed work my way back to loot that area. wouldn't be bad because I do know that I can get a dagger and some handgun bullets there. Okay, so yeah, I can grab that. And then where do I go from here? What's the next movement? It's just working my way through here. Actually, let's go. It's a little bit of an offshoot, but let's go get the knife. There we go, and come back, grab the knife, and walk past this guy. Now, unfortunately, we don't have enough space unless... I probably shouldn't have done that, but I'm going to do it all the same. So if you come here as one of your first locations, like as soon as you show up, and you haven't triggered any of the other Barry cutscenes, you can actually grab the free shotgun here. Luckily, I can grab some more ink ribbons here, of which we're going to have way too many. Beautiful. And with the shotgun in hand, we're pretty much guaranteed a win. I don't see much having an issue here. Okay, so we'll come here. Come here. Wait a second. Barry will save us. W for Barry. Big W for Barry. Okay, so now I no longer need this. I have this. Which actually maybe I should put away just to run a little bit faster. Okay, so I'm going to have to come through here at least once. There is indeed a zombie in this area. Yeah, we got his head. At least we don't have to worry about the hunter in this area. That's super sick. Although we did have to sacrifice a couple things there. Okay, let's hold on to this. We really don't need that. Everything else I do, though. You know what? Let's not be stingy on these saves. I really don't want to have to redo any part of this game. I mean, I'm enjoying the Invisible Enemies so far. I won't enjoy them so much if I have to do it a couple times. Okay, so second save of the game. We can now choose to go up into the western staircase. Just in case, let's also grab the fuel canteen. That being said, I don't imagine that killing enemies is going to be our primary mode of destroying them. Rather, we're just going to wait till they turn into hunters, probably. At the same time, the hunters might be kind of terrifying. Oops. Ah, that really sucks, actually. Yeah, it really sucks. We accidentally killed him. Okay, so he's definitely going to come back as a Crimson Head, and we're definitely going to have to deal with him. Oopsies. I do not want the handgun magazine. I do, however, want that. And I do need to grab the lighter. You know what? Maybe I should grab that fuel canteen and take care of this monster. Right here. He's gone. But I don't think he's really gone. Same as I don't imagine this guy's really gone. Or, well, no, this one is, because we blew up this one's head. Okay, so now what's the next major step in this game? It's the dog whistle, and then getting the mansion key from the staircase, and then it's the mask hunt. Yeah, I thought so. You can't hide from me, invisible zombie. And again, we've created a safe space for ourselves here. Very nice. Now we can put that and that away for this moment. You know what I just realized is going to kind of suck? The invisible dogs. It's not going to be my favorite, not going to be my favorite section. Okay, so I'm pretty sure there are indeed some zombies here. But it seems that I passed that one. Six. Now we're going to go straight over to the West Dining Hall. What's up, Barry? You're going to give me some acid shells? Thank you.
What about you?
That will be very helpful for the yawn fight. But the second yawn fight. I also don't really want to use almost any of my new shotgun shells until I get my assault shotgun. Lovely. And here is the moment of truth. Oh, he's dead. Ow. Okay, second one's not. Ooh, second one's not. Kick it. Beautiful. That was not nearly as difficult as I thought it was going to be honest. Okay, super sick. And let's tune up the health. Oh, I don't even need to tune up the health. Yeah, unlocking that does very little for me. Very, very little. Where is he? I don't even know where he is. But honestly, if he's not a danger to us, we can probably get away with just leaving him for a moment. This guy right here, he does need to be dealt with. I accidentally loaded the shotgun. Yeah, accidentally loaded the shotgun. That's okay, though. It's not that deep. Give me one quick sec, guys. What I'm going to do is, one, I'm going to go attend to my kiddo, but second, I'm going to go make myself a hot drink. So let me just set up the key here. This is like the perfect time to take a small break. We are 20 minutes in, and we are just getting the... What is this? The armor key? Heck yeah. Yeah, we are definitely well on our way to getting this platinum. We'll definitely get it tonight, as long as I actually finish the game. Oh, okay. Ooh. Yeah, get him off me. Okay, we got through. I think we're still probably not even that deep in health. Okay, yeah, we're sitting at caution. I can deal with caution. We'll just ignore those enemies down here. Okay, so we got a zombie right there. I'm gonna let him be. I've created an area of relative safety for the other side of the mansion, so I'm happy. Okay, so we can put this away, we can put this away. Beautiful. Now let's take an opportunity to use our handy dandy save, and then we're gonna take a break. Okay, talk to you guys all in just a couple seconds here. All right. We've saved. I've got myself a nice comfy coffee. I'm ready for this. So first and foremost, what we're going to do is we're going to put this here. But then I'd like to think a little bit about the quest that we're about to go on. Because I've never actually done this and routed this out on what's best. So it's in this section that we can go grab the music and grab the emblem, but we won't be able to do that till we do... Yeah, till we do the whole thing over here. Okay, so I'm thinking the first place to go is Richard. That has to be the first place that I go. He's sort of the thing that begins this whole quest chain. That being said, let's come down this way. I think there's a zombie somewhere in here. But clearly he's not good enough to get us. Visible or invisible, they're still mindless zombies. Now, I know there's no enemies in here yet, thankfully. This will give us a place to at least get rid of this. So this is death mask number 1, which we're going to get on the way to Richard instead of doing it on the way back to Richard. Because that's what I've done almost every other time. It hasn't worked out well. So this works out nicely this way. Lovely. I don't imagine that we need health. Well, we could use health. Needing and could use are two very different things, but let's not play around in this run. Okay, so we got the first death mask there. So now before you can really begin the rest of the hunts in proper, you do need to trigger the Richard thing because you need to get the music. And that the first yawn fight is necessary to get the third mask. So that's why I'm thinking, that's why I'm thinking Richard first. Come through here. Yeah, we'll come this way. Because we can grab the music in that room when we're going to actually solve the whole thing. So we'll grab the music over there and come backwards. Probably the easiest thing to do then. And if that's the case... I need to go back to the box. We need to get our lighter if we're heading towards the Richard room. So we're going to come into here and at least start the whole Richard quest.
Richard!
Going to skip that. So now we can go and mash... We're going to mash circle to get out of this map as fast as possible as well. Okay, so now we're going to grab the lighter back in the serum room. We have to make sure we do that. So, something to talk about interesting while we're on our way over to the other staircase here is as I was going through my normal mode playthrough, I'm going to show you guys this, but it was very, very interesting. Something happened that's never happened for me before. As Chris, when I saved Richard, what ended up happening is he appeared in the Aqua Ring for some reason, and there he gets eaten by Mother Neptune, and then it starts a section where Mother Neptune starts trying to come at you. And what's crazy is I kept on trying to fight the sharks, thinking it was like an actual boss fight, you know, just like the yawn fight. No, that's not what you do. So I just got eaten by a shark like 6 times in a row. It was quite the enjoyable experience, as I'm sure you can imagine. But I'll show you guys that. I took at least some footage. Okay, so I need to grab my lighter. That's fine. I don't really need the spray. I'll take the serum. So yeah, that's one thing I'm noticing. I'm still finding variations in the scenes that you can witness after my 7th playthrough. That's impressive. Okay, he's gonna get back up. Oh, I messed that one up. Darn it. Okay. I got uninvested in trying to kill that guy. But yeah, I'd be very curious to see like an actual routing path to get all of the scenes for both characters. Because it seems like there's a lot of branching optional scenarios and scenes where I'm not even confident that I've seen all of them. Now, with this time, I'd be shocked if we didn't save Richard.
Here, Richard. I'm gonna give you a shot. Hang it.
Yeah, we got him. That is a very safe Richard. Now we can come to this area, which is where we can get the first music sheet. Okay, we are out of defensive items. Let's mash X. Get him down. This is why we grabbed the lighter. This is pretty much the only other place I can think of that the lighter is going to be 100% necessary. Unless I screw up killing another zombie. Okay, so I know that's going to lure him out here. Oh, you're fast. Where did you come from? I'm pretty impressed that my man moved that fast, to be honest. And there we go, we can exit out of here. And now we won't be coming back to this area till we actually fight Yawn. There's 2 herbs in here, and now there might be a zombie, I don't recall. Yeah, so there is a little bit of caution. Just like last time, I'm going to repair our damage. Beautiful. So there is 2 death masks to get in this area. So let's see if we can route this well. Because these are all going to pop out. We're going to move them in, you know, in the typical pattern that we always do. Right. Left. And a right. We press that, we walk on over. I'm gonna need to take a detour to grab the grenade launcher. Okay, so we're gonna grab the switch. No. But we are indeed gonna do that one. And claim the death mask. Now, what's crazy is on our way down, there's another death mask that we can gain and a shortcut. I don't think I've ever routed it this way. This is my new favorite route. It flows beautifully. So, here we can quickly swing by and drop off some items. I want to keep all 4 death masks in my inventory because we're going to do this pretty quickly. Super sick. We have a whole bunch of nice things. That's the only one that I really want to pick up for right now. And actually, no, what I'm going to do? I'm going to snag them and put them in the box. That way they are accessible no matter what. That's what I'm going to do. Beautiful. And honestly, I don't even need to prepare for the enemies all that crazily. We're going to be doing a typical no-save playthrough, I'm pretty sure. So that'll be our first time through the doorknob, and I think you can go through it between 1 to 3 times. That's what it seems to be. So we can unlock this door now. We're going to click the first one here. Then I'm going to reach in and unequip my shotgun so we can run faster. Beautiful. Now we can grab this as the purple one. Heck yeah. Will you take the death mask? Indubitably. So that's 3 death masks. The only thing that's left now is the yawn fight to get the 4th death mask. And what I think I'm going to do here to make the routing... I don't know if it's going to make it faster, but it's going to make it less item boxy. You know? It's going to be a lot more natural doing it this way, I think. We can just pop that there right now. And pop on our nose and our face one. Okay, and this one's number 4. Perfect. So that frees up a lot of our inventory space. So now, as soon as we go back into the courtyard, we can go into the dining hall and grab the emblem. And then we're going to head to the bar and lounge in the left zombie hall. Yeah, I think this is it. I think we finally nailed the routing of this first part. This way of weaving through the masks feels perfect. Putting yawn as the final mask. I like that a lot. Also, it only actually brings you back to the West Wing once instead of like 3 times. Whereas I feel like I walked back and forth between the wings unnecessarily for quite a while. Okay, so we got a monster right here. Kind of screwed up there. But that's okay. So we're going to enter into here, do the wraparound. And luckily, because we're Jill, we can do the Moonlight Sonata. We can do it by ourselves because we're cultured. We know piano unlike Boulder Punch and Chris. You know. I'm so excited to see Chris's Boulder Punch in Resident Evil 6. Honestly, I'm excited to experience that whole middle section. Because so far I've experienced Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, and like a tiny taste of 0. Like the tiniest taste. I like barely got anywhere in that. I don't even remember leaving the first train room. I've played like the first hour of Resident Evil 4, both GameCube and PS4, and PS5, but I've never actually gotten around to finish that one. Never played 5, never played 6, and as you all know on the channel, I've played 7, 8, and 9, so I've played the first trilogy and the last trilogy, but not the middle one. Lovely. So now what we can do is access the yawn fight, but what we're going to do after we grab the key is we're going to go grab grenade launcher first and then head to yawn. Okay, wait, I just got turned around in my head. Yeah, never mind. Because, yeah, as soon as we do yawn, we'll be able to access the crypt. So, yeah, I'm thinking correctly. Oh. pop that lovely in there. Oops. So now we can wrap ourselves around here. There we go. Very nice. Ooh. No, just leave. The chime of victory. Wait, I just noticed something. I have the magic key, right? Yeah. Okay, scared me. So as I said, instead of going straight to the fight here with Yawn, we're going to come on over here and grab the grenade launcher, which I don't actually think I'm going to use on Yawn this time. Or maybe I might use one acid shell. We'll see. But that would pretty much be it. Oh, it's just handgun ammo. I don't want that handgun ammo. We are quite good on that. So this guy's Forest. Interesting. I've heard that name kicked around, Forest Speyer. Since we're in caution, in the spirit of always trying to keep our oh, there's gonna be a zombie, isn't there? Okay. Whoa, how did he teleport behind me? Okay, really quick. I know that one more bite will get me down to danger and not death. So I'm not going to heal till I'm out of the room. Okay, now we can finally go fight Yawn. And now that we are a little bit better, we can heal ourselves. But I'm actually going to wait till I get into the Yawn room just in case a zombie here grabs me. Because that's also possible. Glad to see Richard still doing well. Okay. We can finally use that and discard. What's the third one? So it's sword, armor. Sword, armor. Oh, that one's the shield key. Atta boy, Richard. Sick. So that was enough to get him to peace out.
Thanks.
Sorry, Richard.
Richard!
Ooh. I never feel any better for my guy Richard. I see him. I think he's dipping out. I think we got him. Yeah, I'm right. Okay, so the first yawn fight wasn't bad, but we are indeed going to have to go get serum. Not that that's a massive issue. Or do I? I don't need to. I could theoretically, because I'm on very easy, it's going to tick down so slowly. Let's just go deposit our final death mask. We'll take this just in case, though. Now, I'm going to keep this shotgun and use up the last 3 bits of ammo on whatever comes near us. And then we're eventually going to deposit this shotgun and we'll never use it again. We'll just use the assault shotgun for pretty much everything else from now on. Okay, so there's one more. Do I want the Magnum? Probably. Should I get the Magnum right this second? No. For right now, let's go fight this, this very spiky red boy. Honestly, though, this guy was like the final boss of the knife-only run. I can't help but feel like everything else in the knife-only run, except for Plant 42, was super easy. And even Plant 42 wasn't challenging. It was annoying. It was long. It was stupid. I hated that fight on knife-only mode. This is like my least favorite of the masks. And I know that's weird. There's all the other 3. They're all chill with me. But I have a personal grudge against that one. Okay, so I'm gonna also... Ah. I'm pretty confident in the shifting of that music. Let's use our... Ooh. Super sick. I will absolutely take your shotguns. Not shotguns, sorry. Shotgun shells. And beautiful. Okay, so now I should probably go stop by the serum room. Actually, do you know what we could do to expedite this even more? Oh, this is so sick. I have an idea. I have a plan. Okay, because there is one source of blue herbs that I can think of in the mansion, which is across from the Magnum room. The answer is simple. Let's go get the Magnum. And as we're getting the Magnum, we can... well, not getting the Magnum necessarily, but getting the medallion to get the Magnum. We can also stop by, heal our poisoning, and get 1 full heal with the red herb there. So now we got one zombie friend who's populating the hallway. Let's treat him like Pocopia. Let's build up the mansion and make the zombies happy. That can be our next game. Resident Evilopia. And now we've officially freed up one more slot because we don't need that key at all anymore. Here's the perfect heal that I was thinking of. Right, really quickly we can combine that. Now if we come into this area, it's actually kind of risky. Because there's oh, actually it's not. This is one of the easiest. Am I misremembering? I thought this was the area that you got the... I am totally misremembering. Okay, interesting. And a herb. Sure. We really don't need that save ribbon at all. Okay, so we can lockpick our way in here and really quickly do this puzzle. I remember way back when... Oh. At least we're like stupid close to our save box. It's no big deal to go stop. Unfortunately, we're still poisoned. And that's an issue. But we can afford to get all the way down to red and be okay. So, I'm not terribly worried because we have like 3 full heals right now, plus all the herbs that we've left around the mansion, plus all the stuff that's going to be coming up. Yeah, I take it back. I don't think we need to worry at all. We're going to load those with the acid shells. We have those for that. Keep that there. And let's make a very brief save. Lovely. Save successful. Okay, so let's put the ink ribbon back. I want to check how we're doing. We're at yellow now. I do need at least one of these. Just because I'm kind of playing a sketchy game right now by not going back to heal. I should probably get the Magnum. It'll probably just make things easier. But from getting the Magnum, we can go straight to the residence, get the crank, and then do that whole section. Let's see, how is our... We're recording, so we're at about 50 minutes into this playtime. I kind of let it sit for about 10-15 minutes. We might be a little bit further in the actual game timer, but recorded time will be shorter than that. No. There we go. Grab ourselves the B specimen. Use the B specimen. Grab ourselves the lure. Very alluring lure. Yellow goes with yellow. Walk on over here, and the wind crest is ours. No. Beautiful. Thank you for this lovely treasure that's become mine. Go away, wasp. Ooh, we call this the Jill Tango. I like the Jill Tango. Watch her bob, watch her weave. Sure to do your thing. Everything will be better. Okay, so now I'm gonna head straight for the residence, as I said. We are sitting currently at poison, so I might as well heal myself. But maybe I'll do it once we get into the courtyard. I'm so glad. After we get back from doing the whole residence section, that doorknob gets repaired, which means we did it in a perfect amount. Ooh. Okay, we're not going to kill him, because he'll just respawn as a hunter. The hunter will always be there, unfortunately. Ooh, I screwed that one up. I screwed up the timing. Luckily, that killed him. I can heal myself up fully there. Boom. We have so many supplies as well that we can get in this area. Like, for example, we can get that right there. We can pick ourselves up some more shotgun shells. Very muchly appreciated. And, of course, we can get a full heal. That I am going to grab. I wasn't going to grab it at first, but... Okay, so now we're in a cool area called the Muddy Path in my headcanon. Oops. That's not what I meant to do at all. So, for those who haven't watched any of the previous episodes, it's west. You're trying to get it to go west. That's a happy puppy right there. Now, let's go find Blue. Skipping that cutscene there. Oops. There we go. And the puzzle is solved. We're gonna get a very nice unlocking sound saying, "Good job, Jill." I must say, this game has been such a joy to discover. It's such a blast. I think, honestly, anybody who likes the modern Resident Evil games should definitely give this a try. You're doing yourself a disservice if you don't give this game a try. All of the classic DNA of what you love about Resident Evil is found in this game. It's so good. This is kind of a silly puzzle in my opinion. This puzzle here, in specific, adds nothing, except for the fact that you interacted with the object. maybe if one of them didn't fit and you had to kind of like look at it and examine it, but the other two did, that would be cooler. But as it stands, it's just 3 medallions that you need to puff up to make an indentation. And you don't even need to select them, really. Because no matter what you select, it'll automatically slot it into the right area. And you're probably going to grab them in the right order anyways. That was kind of rude, don't you think, Mr. Crow? And finally, Jill's no longer alone. We can implement the Barry's Buddy system. And we can go to Lisa Trevor's mansion. Just make sure that I'm heading the right way. No need to waste a whole save screen or a load screen, sorry. And with this, as I said, I'm almost done. We've done so many Resident Evils at this point. That'll be 1. Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 8. We're almost done 9, which we'll be finishing very quickly. And I'm also starting 2. I already have the first episode recorded. Spoiler alert. So yeah, that only leaves us with those middle 4 Resident Evils, and then all the other side ones that I would love to play. At least till we get the blue herb coming up, we can unpoison ourselves there. Well, sorry, I didn't mean unpoison ourselves, but undamage ourselves from the damage that the poison has done to us. We should probably save. It will be really good to save. Grab ourselves the crank, and on the way up, we can grab the ink ribbon. Also, I'm thinking 1 spray's enough, and we probably have a few too many weapons for this section. We're going to keep that for the way back. We probably need all that, but let's save. Cue the creepy music. Who's in the cabin with us? Oh, we won't even be able to see her, actually. I just realized. That's okay, though. Dude, with how heavy she hits, that must have given them a concussion. Straight up. What's up, Lisa? It's never a playthrough without you. Wait, I can see you. Oh, I can no longer see you. Okay, so we all know what to do. Run back to the to the courtyard. After you've gotten yourself to the courtyard, you can... Or sorry, not out to the courtyard, but like to the initial area where you can either come in here, or you can go up to where all the elevators are. Make sure you bob and weave. There we go. And we're just going to cut our way through the graveyard super, super quick. There's 2 zombies there now, but as long as you're not... As long as you don't really go into the grave area at this point, you shouldn't really trigger them. And the crows do fly around, but again, I've only had them come over there once or twice. Ooh, that felt clean. I love it when you walk up a pathway cleanly and you just like, you feel like you know what you're doing, even though you don't. And you know you don't. Inventory management in this playthrough as Jill, I gotta say, has been so clean. Even picking up a fair amount of stuff, in my opinion. We are almost never running out of space. Yeah, I need to get the heck out of here. But I'm gonna wait till this is all done to run up. Okay, so now we've run in here. Now I can finally heal our poison. Oh, damn it. Well, we have to go back to the mansion anyways. At some point. We're just gonna spend the whole freaking mansion section poisoned. Or residence section. That's fine. It's really mainly a psychological ailment at this point. Like, we're not gonna die from it. Sort of like playing through Resident Evil 9 without healing. You can survive, but like, you're gonna be limping the whole game. Descending into the madness. Even this won't heal it, eh? So weird. You need serum for yawn. You need it. Like, no matter what. If yawn bites you, it's done. You need that serum. I don't even think snake... Oh, there are snakes already. Unless they're just falling. They're probably just falling. Okay, let's try and do this frickin' stupid cabin in record time, guys. Absolute peak times here. You guys ready for this? Watch this. This gonna be some pro gamer moments. Gonna wrap around. I wish there was a way to block off both of them. Gonna push that in just a little bit more. And we're gonna make our way into the fuzzy spider room. One of my personal favorite rooms. I can hear them creeping and crawling, but I can't see them. Definitely grab more shotgun shells. What are you? Some herbs, right? We'll hold on to that. That'll be useful later. I wonder if I get hit by a different type of poison, if I can heal that poison. Kind of trick the system. Did you guys see that? Invisible enemies, they just let you walk by them. They're very polite. Also, thank you, Plant 42, for not wrecking my first experience. So we'll definitely be doing the whole J-Volt in this section. I'm not trying to fight Plant 42. Especially not Invisible Plant 42. I don't think I could handle that. Yeah, we're gonna ignore all that. Okay, turn left in here so we can grab the residence key. Honestly, I love this area and I hate this area all at the same time. I have such a love-hate relationship with this area. Because in one way, I love all the concepts they introduce. Having to deal with the wasps was super good payoff from the mansion. The idea of Plant 42, super cool. The J-Volt puzzle and the fuzzy spider room, love it. So like all of that is super great. The underground lab is great, hinting at the overall story. The sharks are wonderful, and yet on repeat playthroughs, there's just lots of sections that are really annoying. Let go. I'm just quickly stopping in because I want to make sure we don't accidentally lose progress. And I want to put that away. And we're not going to need the crank for quite a while. Like, quite a while. And I'll grab that. And that. Good, we've worked our way down to caution. And that. Good, now I can at least guarantee that we won't have to do anything past 2. You know, we've gotten back to room 2. We've gotten the first, the room number 1 residence key. Where are my ink ribbons? Lovely. And that brought us back up to full health. Which honestly, I have no issues. If it'll help us speed through this next section, I'm all for it. I really love this song, this sound. It's so hopeful and mystical in the midst of the creepiness. It nails both aspects. Nope. We're not even going to give you a chance to get up there, zombie. There's nothing but the self-defense gun in there. And honestly, I don't know. It's just one extra magnum bullet. Okay, so we're sitting at 55 minutes. We are almost at an hour and a half. I feel like we're taking the game at a good pace, especially that first mask hunt. That went really good. Like, I'm really happy with how that managed to happen. Bzz, 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 bzz. Also, maybe one of these. That guy might come back as a Crimson Head. Beautiful. Into the depths. Now, if this isn't an area I know frickin' well. I hate the blocking push puzzle. I've had to do this puzzle so many times too. And you know, the thing is, it's not even that bad. It just takes 10 seconds. It's just, by the time you get your final trophy, you've earned your stripes in this game. There we go. Yeah, sorry guys. I got nothing to say at this point. It's just block pushing puzzles. We're doing the Zelda thing. Alright, let's go and not get eaten by sharks. That's the goal. That is the goal. As Chris, when Mother Neptune showed up, I'm going to show you guys actually. This is the perfect time to do it. Here's Chris doing the block pushing puzzle. I actually did this earlier today, so it's even worse.
Richard! Chris! Chris, stop! No! Richard.
Yeah, and then that's what eventually began the whole thing, which led to me getting eaten 6 or 7 times because I thought it was a whole boss fight. But no, you just run. And run. And run. And run. And maybe run some more. Yeah, I can see it right there. Luckily, none of these dumb sharks have eaten me. I can hear one trying to, but it's a dumb shark. There we go. We can finally enter this area, which, of course, it's a tale as old as time in this area. Gotta try and drain the water. Angry shark. Very much like Angry Birds, but you don't throw them. This one you just suffocate.
To achieve maximum safety.
There we go. We grab this. It does a halfway job. Somebody has to be an oil mechanic. And that somebody's you, ladies and gentlemen. Get on it.
30% of pressure threshold.
It's time for you to solve the orangutan puzzle. Which of the 3 levers will you pull? Luckily, I know the real answer.
50% of pressure threshold.
And with more than 50% of the time left,
System immediately.
we succeeded. Let's go shut off this frickin' shark life. Beautiful. How many slots do I have right now? I'm gonna grab it. Because if I'm not mistaken, this is herbs. That's what I thought. Which means it's functionally the same as having that herb there, because we can just combine them. And now we have one more full heal in our inventory. Very nice. It's tight. Tight like tiger. Ooh, grenade shells. I actually don't remember that. Ooh, I just realized we might have to use one of our items. Preemptively. Because I definitely want the magnum ammo. And I definitely want the control room key. Those are both necessities for me. And I don't want to have to run upstairs and then visit the box and then come back down. I accidentally entered the wrong door. That shot's just for viewer engagement, ladies and gentlemen. That's the money shot. Okay, so we want to come through here to get the gallery key. Nope, let's not get caught on the shark. Let's also carefully tread around the big shark. The invisible big shark. Okay, let's take this puppy out. For the last time. Would you like a residence key? Indeed. Alright, now we can go finish up this section. Because, yeah, we're almost in the final stretch, which is basically the final roundup with the key, the altar, and the lab. I don't know if I'm going to manage to get through all of that tonight. I have to remember exactly how much longer is left once I go into the mansion. I think I can do it relatively quickly. Also, we definitely need to stop by, we need to do some item sorting in order to get the J-Volt. Thank goodness that guy didn't Crimson Head yet. That's a small blessing. Yeah, we can discard it. Let's go, well, maybe we'll be efficient about this. I think what I'll do is I'll grab the insecticide, deal with the plants here first. Or, sorry, not the plants. Deal with the bugs in here first. Then I'll visit the item box. Because in total, we need at least 3 empty spaces in order to successfully brew the J-Volt. Beautiful, they're all dead. Wunderbar. Okay, so now I'm going to do what I said. I'm going to go clear myself up, so as soon as we go in, we can actually make J-Volt. Also, wouldn't hurt to save. So far, I gotta say, even though I did pick very easy for this, it's been very easy. Still one of my least favorite sensations in any video game ever is getting caught up by that stupid thing, but what can I say? Okay, so that's about to become necessary, so we won't put it away. That's not super necessary, that's not super necessary, that's not super necessary for the moment. Ink ribbons, super necessary. Okay, now we can go conquer everything. The only issue with not defeating Plant 42 that really sucks is the fact that we have to go back down to Aqua Ring briefly. But it's not that deep. Now that I'm not dying over and over again, it's not so bad. It goes pretty quick when you're on an easier difficulty. Okay. Oh. No way I just guessed that right on the first one. Oh, that made me happy. That was complete accident, but it was the happiest kind of accident. All right, let's grab our ingredients to brew. Where is our third canister? Here it is. Oops. Okay, so. Beautiful, now we got the 10. Now let's grab one more 6. I'm going to grab one more 1. And then one more 3. Oop. There we go. We got the 7. Now we're going to finally combine that. And we got the J-Volt. Okay, so we'll go do the roots first. As far as I know, it's impossible for any enemies to spawn down there in the root section. However, there might be a Crimson Head in this room. So we might take a couple shots. You know what? I'm not going to get too comfy. That is an ever-present threat from now on. My man could Crimson Head at any moment. Okay, so we can go back into the Aqua Ring here. Descend back into Shark Hell. And then he's basically just off to the right of where you exit the control room. I'm pretty sure the only way to get up there is through here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But at least with this, we've now bridged the most tedious part of this run. Heck yeah. Back off. I wonder if that's what the herbicide was made of. And that frees up like 4 different spaces for us, which is nice. Because, yeah, now we pretty much just have to go trigger the last room, enter into Plant 42's room, and then Barry shows up, and that kills Plant 42 with the flamethrower. How's our health? Time to heal. We still have something like 3 or 4 canisters that fully heal, so I'm still not terribly worried. Oh wait, that is where I wanted to go. And then we can get the heck up and out of here. Do you know what's making me more happy? The fact that every time I finish a section, it's like, okay, that's the last time I have to finish this section. We're getting the platinum tonight. And a Crimson Head didn't even interrupt us. That's very nice of him. Okay, so we can finally finish up the last... Pardon me, my throat is not cooperating. Now there's not much to finish up. We just gotta come over here for the residence key. And a red herb that I'm gonna grab. Sorry, fat face buddy. Sorry I had to die like that. Used to be skinny face, buddy, but no longer. Nah. Okay, so now is where we can insert this. I've also done this puzzle so many times. And there we go. Flawless. I'm slightly curious as to what's in here. I would imagine a defensive item. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's go kill this plant and get the heck out of here. Shout out to Barry for not making us fight this. Biggest G in the world, even though he's working against me. We like him. Let's grab that as well. And one more thing I want to grab on the way out is all of the blue herbs at the front. Because it really sucks being poisoned. This is that great scene where Wesker has such a weird inflection in this game. It's always so calm but off-putting. I love him. The guy who plays Wesker is great. I deeply enjoyed his performance. So yeah, so we can grab all three of these. Beautiful. Now we are going to swing by the save room here because there's a couple of things we really need to do. Okay, things to do. Load the shotgun. Deposit all of our herbs. Good. Okay, we need the Magnum. And we'll grab the rounds just in case. And we need a heal. But we don't need shotgun shells. That being said, if we're going back to that mansion, we do indeed need an ink ribbon. Super sick. I might take a brief break in between now and then to go grab myself a bite to eat because I can only really record this tonight, but my energy is quickly fading. But we're in the last 40-minute stretch of the game, so I think we just got to push through it. especially if I route correctly. I just need to be really careful with how I route. Okay, so I'm thinking maybe Yawn should be our first fight. Because there is the area in the first mansion. Okay, I have all three in my head right now. Ow. And at least we can finally go get the serum. So that's also got to be mission number 1, is getting the serum. Oh, well, that was slightly unfortunate. I don't know what happened there. Going that sort of zigzag way where I just cut across didn't get me bitten by any snakes, which has never happened crossing that path. Maybe that's the secret hack. Okay, now this next area sucks. There's no really two ways around it. It just kind of sucks. Ow. Ow, let go. Frick. That was a long bite. He really got to nom on my arm there. Ooh. So at this point, I can use that. Yes, I will grab myself 1 first aid and some acid shells. Super sick. And let's grab our first aid and let's get the heck out of this section. Now, introducing the final act where invisible hunters come. This is the real danger. The only saving grace is that they're on very easy, which means 1-shot kills all around. Okay, we did it. Now there's 2 in here, which is always just a terrifying endeavor. Okay, that's 1 of them dead. Hopefully that just counted by me heading in here. Okay, so we're going to drop off this, drop off this, drop off this. We're actually going to grab 1 of those. And wherever it is, our grenade launcher. And since we managed to clear out the hunters in these 2 areas, we are going to save. Okay. So that's really good. So then things that we are going to need. Let's put that away because we actually don't need that for right now. We don't need that, which means we should be able to grab all the items we do need to grab. I'm 90% sure there's nothing up here because we already killed the zombie, right? That's what I'm hearing. No growls. Perfect. Okay, so now the doorknob, if I'm not mistaken, should have been fully repaired. Yeah. I don't know why, but I'm very happy. Now, this remains a very good shortcut until the end of the game. So now we have 3 doors. One of them is on the first floor east wing. The other 2 are in the west. So we're gonna go do the one on ground floor first. Then that will eventually bring us to where we can finally get serum injected into us. Thank goodness. There we go. Here's our first path. I think there's a knife. No, just the save ribbons in there. This is that room I was thinking of earlier that has blue herbs. Okay, so there's the jewelry box. Red jewel will be coming up. Okay, so that's everything we can do over here. Now we need to go upstairs. Beautiful, beautiful. And the first place we're going to go is into the door with the staircase. So we can get the red jewel. Yeah. And then, just like we did last time, actually, we'll end this section with the yawn fight. So that's kind of cool how that routing worked. Guys, I'm so hyped to get this poison off of us. I hope the serum still happens. Thank you. There we go. Okay, so now the final door that we need to unlock here. Speaking of which, let's load this up. Are just down this hallway. So first things first, we can unlock this. And I'm not planning on getting the MO disc to save Jill, so again, just like the last couple playthroughs we've done, we're going to be getting just red. Grenade shells go crazy, honestly. Okay. Let's rock this guy this way. Now we can make our way this way. And quickly... Oh, darn it, Jill. That was my fault, not Jill's fault. I need to stop blaming these characters. There we go. Red gemstone. Quickly combine that with this. Wait, I kind of screwed up that first piece, didn't I? Yeah, there we go. Oh. Okay, there we go. Okay, it won't quite fit. Beautiful. Okay, I actually think it might be too not quite able. Okay. So now we'll get the bottom piece in. I'm thinking it's this piece, but I could have sworn I... Okay, maybe it is just like that. Oh, I did have it. It's possible. Oh, there it is. Least favorite part of the whole game, actually. Okay, good. We got the Spencer Mansion key. Now we just need to go fight Yawn, and then we can go get the metal object, and then we can go complete the metal object. So yeah, I'm definitely thinking we're finishing the game and platinuming the series at this point. Ooh, ooh. He came at me in a crazy way. Now, Yawn should be really, really easy with acid shells, which is what I have loaded up here. Yawn dies in, I think, 3. And then the final place, actually, I didn't quite finish off this section, interestingly. 1, 2. Okay, so that 1, 2 that I just did took him down to almost a third of his health. Okay, missed him. And he's dead. He's a big soft if you know what to do with him. All the same, there's our dead giant snake. I'm very proud of that. Okay, so we can examine this, grab ourselves the wolf medallion. Okay, we're going to loop our way back upstairs. Marvelous. And now the final section we have to go is the East Wing storage room. which honestly isn't too bad because it kind of gears up to where we have to go for the courtyard anyways. And the Spencer's door, so it's really not an issue. It kind of worked to our benefit. Or, wait. Yeah, no, actually... Sir. Okay, at least they're all behind me. Ow. Ooh, that actually sounded like a hunter. We just got very lucky that that wasn't a hunter. Very, very lucky. Okay, so we're heading to the east wing. I don't think there are any hunters in this hallway. I really hope there's no hunters in this hallway. I do hear something, though. And whatever it is now dead. Now, we 100%ed, like, we made this area nice, so we don't have to worry about it. Which means we can finally casually just pop on in here. Health is all fine, so we don't need to worry about that. We can finally clear out the, we can finally clear out the key. Ugh, and we're back in this terrible, terrible room. It's actually not terrible. It just took me so long to master it that it got kind of annoying. I'm so sorry. As I'm reflecting, it sounds like I'm dissing the game left, right, and center. That's not it at all. This feels like a game that now I've played through it 8 times. It feels like I've been married to it for 30 years, so we're bickering like a married couple. But I love every nook and cranny of it. I wouldn't change anything. Well, actually, I might change a couple things, but not much. Except I do still really want to see a Resident Evil remake. Damn it. See what I mean? I love it, but it has its moments. Frick, I screwed it up, man. Yeah. There we go. This is the proper way. 4, this reveals the gravestones. Sick. And replaces my equipped item. Now we have both emblems. Very quickly grab that and open it up. Very nice. Get out of Trevor's diary. I don't... This takes us underneath. Yeah, this is where basement 1 comes in. Ow. So there's a spider there. Good to know. There's also a whole bunch of zombies in this area. I don't think any hunters, though. Ooh, I'll have to... I'll have to grab that dagger. Beautiful. We'll grab that. Circumvent this enemy. Yeah, and now we can access the kitchen, which is where the elevator is. Elevator takes us to where the battery is. Stab him with our handy dandy dagger. And actually, the dagger even kind of tags him for identification, so he's easier to dodge next time. Actually, we don't need anything. Just over here. Trying to avoid enemies. Lovely. No. We're actually going to leave the acid shells for 2 reasons. One, we need the battery. Second, we're not going to use the shells anymore. That being said, I could probably... There we go. I can probably swing it. So now this will bring us to... Where does this other doorway here connect to? I'm drawing a blank. Oh, this is the other doorway into the mirror room. 6. This is a perfect place, actually. Because ultimately, I want to head for the east wing. Should I? Yeah, I'll go for the east wing room. Because I don't have my crank. And I'm going to need my crank. Ka-chunk. I'm trying to think of what else I'm gonna fight coming up. And it's not much. There's just a very, very upsetting section in the courtyard that always takes me super long. Which we can handle just fine. I think I can actually store that away for right now. But I do think we should bring back the good shotgun. Yeah, there we go. Oh, and can you imagine if I just walked out without the crank? Okay. Okay, I was like, I am not seeing my ink ribbons anywhere. Where would I have possibly put them? Ten save files? Okay, now let's trade it directly for the crank. Okay, I'm gonna take a brief break again because of the nature of the recording process. You guys won't, it'll be seamless for you guys, but I definitely need it. I guess we can at least grab the metal object really quickly as well. And I also think that there's a battery pack in here that we can grab. I'm not so sure why we need light to grab the items, but that's okay. Okay, once I get actually into that main shed area is where we're going to take our next break. Because that's sort of the end of Act 3 Part 1, moving into Act 3 Part 2. Okay, here we are. I'm a man of my word. This is where I said I was going to take a break. Resident Evil won't suck 5 more seconds out of me. I'll be right back, ladies and gents. Hey guys, I am back. I mean, technically, visually, I was always here, but I wasn't talking you guys through pretty much that whole section. I despise the courtyard so much that I decided to go through it while I was eating something. But at least now I can very quickly come in here. What are we going to do? We're going to save. Just in case a hunter rips out my throat, I need to make sure that we never have to do that courtyard section again. Like, I need to make sure. It's my top priority right now. We officially never have to go down into Courtyard B1 ever again. I'm so happy. This feels so cathartic. Okay, let's go destroy this lab. Beautiful. And I'm gonna head back to the front by going through the gallery. It's my favorite shortcut, is this one right here. Honestly, that's been my favorite part of this game, is just like learning new ways to get around the mansion easily and circumvent certain annoying enemies. Especially because the game is very static, and yet you can have very dynamic experiences based on who you kill, who you leave alive, what type of mode you're playing, how difficult it is, what ammo you have. So I do really love the different options for getting around. All right, altar time, baby. I'm assuming we are 15 to 20 minutes away from beating this game, give or take. Now, luckily, there is indeed a an item box down here, because I forgot to grab the medals. And we do indeed need those. Good, grab that, and now we can grab Barry's Magnum. Because we're definitely not saving that guy. We never save him. At least not anymore. We did it at first. But he's died every single playthrough since then. Sorry, Barry. Okay, I now know where she... Ow. Ooh. Okay, let's let her get one more hit off on me. Okay, sick way of getting that one there. No, Lisa, no, Lisa. Okay, just a bit more. Do not knock us off, Lisa. Sick. Rest in peace, little girl. You've been here for like 30 years. You deserve rest. Poor little gremlin creature. Yeah, I gotta say, this game is absolutely phenomenal. I would definitely recommend playing through it 3 to 4 times in short span after your blind playthrough. Don't play through it 8 times, 9 times. Like, don't overdo it. Because I'm definitely growing weary of some of this. At the same time, this is one of my favorite Resident Evil games, even though it's only the first. This one might actually be better in my ranking than Village. Love this game. Here we are, one last time in the laboratory. Though I am indeed going to have a little bit of a bonus playthrough to show you guys. Okay, so we'll grab that. The only thing we need to grab in this is the capsule and the key, laboratory key. So there's only one thing that I really need to make sure I do in this area. Oh, that was sick, actually. I like that. Yeah, you're dead. Okay. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, he's dead. Okay, so now this guy either need to blow his head right off, or we need to grab the kerosene. Good, we just blew his head off. That's the preferred method, to be honest. Beautiful. We have so much magnum ammo, it's crazy. We have way more than we need. Yes, thank you. But go away. I know what doors you're unlocking. Beautiful. Let's go get our lab key and get the heck out of here. Actually, probably going that way doesn't help me at all. Might as well come this way and head straight back up the stairs. Eight, 4, 6, 2. That's the number. Lovely. Sure, I'll grab that. Do we have... I don't have any healing right now. We may or may not have to get rid of that healing, unfortunately. We'll see how it works out. There, we're going to discard that. The whole purpose of that was mainly just to get rid of the key. Get us one more slot. Okay, so I don't know if there's any enemies on very easy. I don't know if I killed it. Oh. Okay, so I killed that one at the very least. I'm not so sure if there is any sort of creatures out and around. I don't think there are. Here we go. We'll make our way in here. And there is at least one zombie in here to be worried about. Yeah, that guy right there. That's okay. I don't need to run. I can do the Jill 1-2 step. Okay, so I've blown this creature up, so he's safe. I know for sure that creature is down the hallway, so we're still safe. So far, so good. Gate will avoid all of those creatures. I hate the sounds when you're sketching out and you have the nitro compound. Those sounds are terrifying. Yeah, they ain't got nothing on us. Okay, so we made it to the elevator room. Now all we have to do is kill Tyrant. Kill Tyrant and then escape, and then we're done. Okay, that's one room without getting hit. Thank goodness. Oh, I accidentally... Nope, I did go the right way. Okay, so we got the elevator working, so that's good. But before we actually move on, let's come in here. And I have a plan. A bit of a strange plan. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to save the Jill file here, and then we're going to go beat that Chris file. Yeah, so I'm going to quit the game here. And again, you might be wondering, what are you doing? Well, we need to beat 2 playthroughs on normal. So, Jill, now we have Chris. Once we do, we'll be able to unlock a special mode that we won't be doing a full playthrough, at least today, of. But that I'll at least demonstrate and show you a little bit how it works. Okay, here we are with Chris. We got our unlimited rocket ammo. Ready to destroy the last boss.
Chris!
Okay, so we saved Rebecca. Okay, so we saved at least one, so we might have to do both Tyrant fights here. We definitely don't need ammo. That's one thing I'm positive of. There he goes. Very simple boss fight, this one. Okay, so I guess I don't need to get the key because of Rebecca. Yeah, I'm not seeing the laboratory key anywhere.
Chris!
Rebecca, you're alive!
Yeah.
There's nothing left for us to do here. Let's get moving.
Okay, so we're not going to self-destruct the place, eh? Are we? I don't think we're going to have to.
Chris?
What is it?
I found a file in the lab. Apparently, there's still a lot of tyrant virus here. We should blow this whole place up.
Right. The show must go on. I'll leave that up to you, Rebecca.
I'm on it. I'll start the self-destruct system I found a little while ago.
It's not like we're out of this yet. I'll see you on the outside.
Outside.
Okay, so it's very similar. She is going to go trigger that. We can head back out of the room. Oops. Wrong way.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks.
Time for us to get out. In action hero fashion.
All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating.
And this will actually probably be a good little segue into the next section, because I think we're actually going to have to beat the final boss here, if I'm not mistaken. Apparently that Crimson Head just didn't feel like waking up. Okay, good. I was a little bit worried we weren't going to be able to go through there. Yes, thank you, Brad. You are a very faithful soldier. We don't have time for your antics right now, though. Oh, I forgot to grab that. There we go.
3 minutes to detonate.
Okay, we'll signal the rockets. Yo, I am the rocket launcher. That's hilarious. And there we go. We can walk out of here with Chris alive. I kind of want to see the cutscene, though. I don't know if I've seen it if I just save. Just save Rebecca.
Chris, I'm sorry for...
Rebecca, you did just fine. This case was just too strange. It was just too...
Okay, that was reasonably cute. She's a little unconfident in how
Chris,
she did.
You did a fine job.
So it took me 5 hours to beat it, and now a zombie equipped with lots of grenades is wandering around the mansion. Better stay out of its way if you know what's good for you. Let's see here. Once again... You know what? Let's go hard. Kate, you may be wondering, you're about to beat the game and get the platinum. What the heck are you doing? I'm just going to run through the game just long enough for Forrest to make his appearance. So we can kind of see how he works. And then we are going to go back, beat the game with Jill, get our platinum, celebrate, and end the playthrough. I wonder how long it will take him to appear. Oh, I get access to my grenade launcher, which actually may not help me at all, now that I think about it. The nature of this mode is all enemies are eliminated, as far as I understand. Except for this first one, I guess. Okay, there we go. We killed him. Let's very quickly trigger this cutscene so we can see what Forrest is all about. But yeah, as I said, I may in the future decide to do a bonus playthrough of Forrest. But for right now, we'll just encounter him so we can kind of say that we've seen him.
Thanks.
Alright, let's see if I can find my grenade happy man. Also, we need to make one small save file on the top so that we know we have an ongoing color save file. See if it's different. Okay. So it's sort of seeming like just like normal. That's not one dangerous zombie. Maybe we have to trigger one dangerous zombie. We'll try and save, and then we'll shut this off. Okay, so that's what hard mode looks like. Let's quit game. I don't know how to trigger it. Anyways, let's get this platinum trophy now, shall we? Look at all those pretty colors. Okay, let's finish this ASAP. My energy levels are waning so fast. Very nice. So they have 12 shotgun ammo for us there. Ooh, okay. Okay, let's who knew that he was... There we go. That wasn't so bad. Okay, there we go. We can grab this. Although I am impressed that he survived 5 different blows, my Magnum. Okay, let's get the heck out of this cursed place. Weird that we never got to meet Forrest. Unless one dangerous zombie mode triggers later on. Which is also possible, and I just didn't play long enough. We're almost out, ladies and gents. We have spent, let's see here, February 27th. I've probably spent about a week and a half playing this game. Feels like more than that, though. It feels like I've been playing for a couple weeks. It feels crazy that this game's done now, to be honest. It just doesn't feel right. I'm going to look up really quickly one dangerous zombie mode. One dangerous zombie mode. Okay, so apparently he just sometimes appears and he'll replace whatever enemies are currently active in the room, but he doesn't necessarily eliminate every enemy in the game. So he would just literally be like a normal hard mode playthrough, but with a bomb guy running around. Also, once you beat Plant 42, he's permanently eliminated from the map. So realistically, he's just a chaser enemy that you cannot kill throughout the whole first section of the game, throughout the mask hunt. Which is... The chasers aren't really dangerous. More than anything, they're a test of how well you know your environment and how well you can get around them. Alright, moment of truth. We shouldn't have to fight Tyrant Phase 2. I'm correct. We just triggered the last cutscene, ladies and gents. I'm so sorry. I'm skipping all of this. We've seen it all. But, do you know what we haven't seen?
Jill, you did a fine job.
Ghost of a chance. Finish the game in Invincible Enemy mode. And then... Platinum Splatinum. I love it. Earn all trophies. Oh, we did it, ladies and gents. You got a closet key. A new costume has been unlocked. Congratulations. Oh, I love that. Thank you for playing. Whoa. Thank you for taking the time to play all the way through Biohazard Resident Evil. If you're reading this letter, I salute you. You are truly a remarkable player. I imagine that you must have had some pretty memorable experiences along the way. The pain of seeing the game over screen time after time. The sweet taste of victory after you finally beat the game. The feelings of camaraderie that you shared with your character. The excitement. And the overwhelming sense of dread. We believe the games are more than just the product of the team of developers. It takes the support of dedicated players like you to make a game worthwhile. For this reason, we are truly delighted when someone enjoys one of our games as thoroughly as you have. Therefore, on behalf of the entire staff, please allow me to express our gratitude and congratulate you on a job well done. Thank you very much for playing. Shinji Mikami, Dev Team Representative. Oh man, that was so nice. I loved that. Okay. Too bad. Oh my goodness. Jill 2? Holy. I like Jill 3 actually. Ooh, Jill 6 would have been sick actually. Dude, I'm almost emotional. That was the best thank you for playing a game I've ever gotten. I loved that. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen. We have 7 files. 7 completed files. With 6 different colors. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I know that this video has had its ups and its downs. I didn't play the best all the time, but thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you all next time.